Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we are doing a deep dive into something pretty revolutionary in the AI world.
Oh, yeah.
It's called the Model Context Protocol. It's this really cool new system that lets AI models,
hmm
like the ones that are powering like all your favorite AI assistants, connect securely with your data and your tools.
hmm
It's really opening up, I think, a whole new realm of possibilities.
I think so too.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it is a paradigm shift.
Great.
Up until now, AI models have been largely isolated, working with limited information.
Yeah.
But MCP changes all that. It's like
Well,
we're giving them a key to unlock this vast universe of data and capabilities that exist outside their own internal models.
you know,
You know?
it feels like we're on the cusp of something huge here.
It does.
And I've been reading up on MCP, and it seems like Anthropic is really leading the charge here.
hmm
They've actually open sourced the protocol, which is a really big deal.
That's right.
Why is that such a big deal?
Because by making MCP an open standard,
Yeah.
Anthropic is encouraging widespread adoption and collaboration.
Right.
Think about it. Any developer can now build applications that leverage MCP, creating this rich ecosystem of AI tools and services that can all talk to each other.
Wow.
It's a game changer for sure.
So let's break this down a little bit.
Okay.
From what I understand, MCP works on this client-host server architecture,
Right.
but it's not as complicated as it sounds.
Yeah.
So think of it this way. You've got your AI application like Claude Desktop,
Uh-huh.
which acts as the host.
Okay.
It wants to access these external resources like your files or your databases or even online services.
Exactly. And that's where the clients and servers come in.
Okay.
The host has these special connectors called clients.
Yeah.
And each client establishes a one-on-one connection with a server.
Got it.
Think of the server as a gateway to a specific resource.
Okay, so I could have one server for my local file system,
Yeah.
another for like my Google Drive, and yet another for a specific API I want to interact with.
Precisely, each server has a defined role and provides access to a particular resource.
Right.
It's incredibly flexible and modular, allowing you to customize your AI's access to the information and tools it needs.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And the communication between these components happens through JSON RPC 2.0,
Uh-huh.
which is this widely adopted standard that's really important because it ensures that different systems, regardless of their underlying technologies, can communicate effectively.
That's a key point. Interoperability is crucial for fostering a diverse MCP ecosystem.
Yeah.
By using a standard protocol, Anthropic has made it significantly easier for developers to build applications that can seamlessly integrate with MCP.
So we've got this robust architecture
Yeah.
and a universal communication protocol.
Yeah.
But what can you actually do with MCP? That's where things I think get really exciting.
It does get exciting.
Because MCP introduces these core features like resources, prompts, tools, and sampling
Yeah,
that unlock a whole new level of AI interaction.
I agree.
So tell me about resources.
Resources are the foundation of it all.
Okay.
Think of them as the raw materials for your AI's understanding.
Hmm.
A resource could be a text document,
Okay.
a spreadsheet, a database, a code repository, or even a live stream of data.
Wow.
The possibilities are virtually limitless.
It's true.
What matters is that each resource is clearly defined and accessible through MCP.
And that's where those unique identifiers, the URIs,
Right.
we talked about earlier, come in.
Yeah,
They're like digital addresses that pinpoint the exact location of a resource.
exactly.
So when your AI needs to access a specific file,
Yeah.
it knows precisely where to find it.
Uh-huh.
It's all about efficient and reliable data access.
And it's not just about static data either.
Okay.
MCP allows for real-time updates. So
Hmm.
your AI can be constantly fed the most current information.
That's amazing.
Imagine a financial analyst
Yeah.
using an AI assistant that's connected to live stock market data through MCP. The AI could provide insights and alerts based on the most up-to-the-minute information, giving the analyst a significant advantage.
Wow, that is really powerful.
Yeah.
It really highlights the transformative potential of MCP when you start thinking about real-time data integration.
Right.
But it's not just about data.
That's right.
MCP also introduces this concept of prompts,
Yeah.
which are essentially instructions that guide the AI's behavior.
Prompts provide a structured way to interact with the AI,
Correct.
going beyond simply asking questions.
Yeah.
You can define specific parameters,
Mm.
inputs,
Mhm.
and desired outputs,
Yeah.
giving you fine-grained control over the AI's responses.
And what's really cool is that prompts can be dynamic.
Absolutely.
You can define arguments like placeholders that are filled in at runtime with specific values.
Right.
And you can create a prompt that says,
Yeah.
analyze the sentiment in this customer review,
Mm-hmm.
and then dynamically insert the actual customer review from a designated resource.
Exactly. This allows you to create reusable and adaptable prompts that can be customized for different scenarios.
Yeah,
It's about creating more efficient and intelligent workflows.
that makes sense.
And then we have tools,
Okay.
which are arguably the most exciting aspect of MCP,
Mm.
because they move us beyond simply providing information to
Yeah.
actually enabling the AI to perform actions.
This is where that concept of like agentic AI starts to come into play.
Yes.
We're talking about AI assistants that can execute tasks,
Right.
interact with external systems,
Yeah.
and even control physical devices in the real world.
Imagine an AI assistant that can not only analyze your code,
Uh-huh.
but also with your permission, automatically run tests, identify bugs, and suggest fixes.
Wow.
Or think about an AI-powered design tool that can generate design variations based on your input, and then again, with your approval, send
Wow.
those designs directly to a 3D printer. The possibilities are incredibly exciting.
That is really cool.
It is.
It's like giving AI assistants hands and feet, allowing them to interact with the world in these tangible ways.
But with this power comes responsibility.
Yes, of course.
And that's something Anthropic has clearly considered in the design of MCP.
Yeah.
Every tool invocation requires explicit user consent,
Okay.
ensuring that you retain control over what your AI assistant can and cannot do.
That's really important.
Yeah.
MCP is not about relinquishing control to AI.
It's not, no.
It's about empowering users to safely and responsibly leverage AI's capabilities.
Exactly.
It's about human-AI collaboration,
Right.
not one replacing the other.
Absolutely.
Now let's talk about sampling,
Okay.
which is a slightly more advanced concept.
Yeah.
It allows servers to request completions from an LLM, essentially tapping into the AI's generative capabilities.
Right.
So instead of just providing information,
Yeah.
a server can actually ask the AI to generate something new,
Exactly.
like a piece of text or a code snippet, or even a creative concept.
Think of sampling as a way to delegate creative tasks to the AI. You provide a prompt, context, and even some guidance on model preferences, such as prioritizing speed or minimizing cost.
Right.
And then the AI uses its knowledge and abilities to generate a response.
But even with sampling, the human remains firmly in the loop.
Absolutely. You must explicitly approve the request before any sampling takes place. And even after the LLM generates a response, you have the final say on whether to accept or reject it.
Got it.
It's all about empowering the user,
Right.
not relinquishing control.
Okay, so we've covered the core architecture, the communication protocols, even touch upon the key features of MCP.
We have.
But we're going to delve deeper into all of that in part 2 of our deep dive.
That sounds great.
So make sure to join us next time as we continue our exploration of the Model Context Protocol.
It'll be fun.
Welcome back to the deep dive. In part 1, we set the stage for this revolutionary technology, the Model Context Protocol.
Yeah.
Now let's roll up our sleeves and delve a little deeper into the technical intricacies of MCP's core features, those building blocks that really unlock its true potential.
Let's start with resources, those digital nuggets of information that fuel an AI's understanding.
Okay.
We've established that a resource can be practically anything, text, a database, even live stream of data.
Right.
But it's not just about the content.
Yeah.
It's about how MCP facilitates access and real-time updates.
Right. It's not just about giving AI access to like a static snapshot of the data.
Exactly.
It's about creating a dynamic connection where the AI can receive updates as the information changes.
Yeah.
That's where those URIs we talked about become crucial.
Right.
They act like these precise coordinates, guiding the client to the exact location of the resource, ensuring the AI always has the latest version.
Think about a scenario where you're using an AI assistant for legal research.
Okay.
You've connected it to a database of legal documents through MCP.
Okay.
Now imagine a new court ruling is published that's relevant to your case.
All right.
With MCP, the server hosting that legal database can immediately notify the client. Wow. Ensuring your AI assistant is aware of the latest developments and can incorporate that new information into its analysis.
That's incredible.
It is.
It's like having a legal research team working around the clock to keep your AI assistant informed.
That's a good way to put it.
But MCP doesn't stop there.
No, it doesn't.
It also introduces these powerful tools called prompts,
Yes.
which are essentially instructions that guide the AI's behavior.
Prompts are more than just simple questions.
Right.
They provide structure, context, and clarity to the AI's task.
Okay.
You can define specific inputs, desired outputs,
Yeah.
and even control parameters to fine-tune the AI's response.
And what's fascinating is that prompts in MCP are dynamic.
That's right.
You can use arguments like placeholders
Right.
that are filled in with specific values at runtime.
Mm-hmm.
It's like creating a template for an AI task that can be adapted to different situations.
Imagine you're a journalist using an AI assistant to help you research a story. You could create a prompt that says, summarize the key findings from this news article.
Okay.
Where this news article is an argument that can be dynamically filled in with the URI of any news article you're interested in.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's a level of flexibility and reusability that we haven't really seen before in AI interactions.
It's true.
And then we have tools, those executable functions that really push the boundaries of what AI can do.
Tools are the bridge between the digital world and the real world. They empower AI assistants to perform actions, not just analyze information.
It's the leap from passive understanding to active engagement.
Yes.
It's like giving AI assistants hands to interact with the world around them.
Imagine a software developer using an AI assistant that's integrated with their coding environment through MCP.
Okay.
The developer could ask the AI to not only analyze their code for potential bugs, but also, with their approval, to automatically run tests,
Right.
generate documentation, and even push code changes to a repository.
It's about automating those repetitive, time-consuming tasks.
Right.
Freeing up developers to focus on the more creative and strategic aspects of their work.
Exactly.
But as we've been emphasizing, this power always comes with responsibility.
Of course.
And MCP is designed with that in mind. Every tool invocation requires explicit user consent.
Security is paramount. It's not about giving AI unchecked access to your systems.
Yeah.
You, the user, retain full control. You decide which tools your AI assistant can use.
Right.
And approve every action before it's taken.
It's a partnership built on trust and transparency.
Absolutely.
Now let's move on to sampling a feature that allows servers to tap into the AI's generative capabilities.
Okay.
It's about delegating creative tasks to the AI.
Right.
Giving it the freedom to generate new content based on a given prompt and context.
Sampling is where AI's creative potential truly shines. You provide the AI with a starting point, a prompt, some background information, maybe some desired stylistic preferences, and then let the AI take the reins, generating a response that goes beyond simply retrieving or summarizing information.
It's like asking an AI artist to paint a picture based on a description you provide.
Yes.
You give the AI the basic parameters, the color palette, the style,
Right.
and then let the AI's creativity and training guide the brushstrokes.
Exactly. You're essentially collaborating with the AI,
Wow.
leveraging its vast knowledge and generative abilities to create something new.
But even with sampling, as with tools, human control remains paramount.
Absolutely. You must explicitly approve the sampling request before the AI starts generating its response.
Yeah.
And once the AI has finished,
Uh.
you review the output and decide whether to accept or reject it.
Uh.
It's a collaborative process where the human retains the final say.
So far, we've focused primarily on the features and capabilities of MCP.
Right.
But now let's take a closer look at the communication process that makes all of this possible.
Okay.
MCP relies on JSON RPC 2.0, a widely adopted standard for exchanging messages between systems.
This choice of protocol is significant because it ensures interoperability.
Right.
It doesn't matter if your AI assistant is running on your local machine, on a server in the cloud, or on a completely different operating system. As long as they're speaking the language of JSON RPC 2.0,
Right.
they can communicate effectively.
It's like having a universal translator for AI systems.
Yes.
Breaking down the barriers between different platforms and technologies.
And this flexibility extends to the transport layer as well.
Okay.
MCP can use different mechanisms for transmitting messages, including Studio for local communication,
All right.
and HTTP with server-sent events for remote interactions.
This means developers can choose the best transport mechanism for their specific needs.
Right.
Whether it's a high-performance connection between components on the same machine,
Yeah.
or a secure and reliable connection between systems located across the internet.
It's about providing options and flexibility without sacrificing security or performance.
That's really cool.
It is.
Now let's get into the specifics of how messages are exchanged between clients and servers in MCP.
Okay.
It's actually quite straightforward and efficient.
Yeah. It is.
Clients can send requests to servers to perform various actions like listing available resources,
Uh-huh.
reading the contents of a resource,
Right.
invoking a specific tool,
Yeah.
or requesting a sample from the LLM.
When the server then responds to those requests,
Okay.
providing the requested information,
Right.
performing the action, or generating the sample. All of this happens in a structured and well-defined way,
Okay.
ensuring clear communication and minimizing errors.
And it's not just about requests and responses.
Right.
MCP also incorporates notifications,
Yes.
which allow servers to proactively send updates to clients.
Think of it like a push notification on your phone
Okay.
instead of the client constantly checking for updates. The server can send a notification when something relevant changes,
Right.
like a new file being added to a directory or a change in the status of a process.
This proactive approach keeps the AI assistant informed in real time without the need for constant polling,
Right.
ensuring it always has the most up-to-date information.
Exactly.
Now, before we move on, I think it's important to address the elephant in the room: error handling.
Of course.
No system is perfect.
Right.
Things can go wrong.
They do.
But how a system handles those errors can make all the difference.
Absolutely. MCP embraces a philosophy of graceful error handling,
Okay.
providing clear and informative error messages that help developers diagnose and resolve issues quickly.
Gotcha.
It's not about cryptic error codes.
Right.
It's about providing actionable information that makes troubleshooting less of a headache.
Yeah, no one likes cryptic error codes.
No, they don't.
And this attention to detail is evident throughout the MCP specifications.
Yes.
They're meticulously documented,
They are.
providing developers with a comprehensive guide to implementing MCP correctly and securely.
It's about setting a high bar for quality and security,
Yeah.
fostering trust and confidence in this technology as it becomes more widely adopted.
So we've explored the inner workings of MCP,
Yeah.
delved into its features,
Yeah.
and even dissected its communication protocols.
We have.
In part 3 of our deep dive, we'll step out of the technical weeds and explore real-world examples of MCP in action.
Sounds good.
We'll discuss the potential impact of this technology on various industries,
Right.
from software development to creative arts,
Yeah.
and explore the ethical considerations that come with giving AI more power and autonomy.
It's a fascinating journey into the future of AI, and I can't wait to share these insights with you in the final part of our exploration.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We've spent the last 2 parts unpacking the technical nuts and bolts of the Model Context Protocol, but now in this final part, it's time to step back and see the bigger picture. How is MCP already being used, and what might the future hold for this groundbreaking technology?
What's exciting is that we're already seeing real-world applications of MCP emerging across various domains.
Yeah.
One compelling example is in the realm of software development.
Right.
SourceGraph's Cody, an AI coding assistant, is leveraging MCP to revolutionize the way developers write code.
So how is Cody using MCP to, enhance the coding experience?
Right.
What sets it apart from other AI coding tools?
Cody uses MCP specifically through OpenCTX to tap into a wealth of resources, including your entire codebase, documentation, and even code from online repositories.
Wow.
This means Cody can offer suggestions and assistance that are deeply contextualized, going beyond generic code snippets,
Okay.
to provide solutions that are tailored to your specific project, coding style, and even the libraries you're using.
It's like having an AI pair programmer who's intimately familiar with your codebase, able to understand not just the syntax, but also the underlying logic and intent.
Precisely. And another great example is the Z editor,
Okay.
a collaborative coding platform known for its speed and performance.
Right.
Z has integrated MCP with a focus on prompt templates, streamlining common coding workflows.
Prompt templates so developers can essentially create pre-built workflows for tasks they perform frequently.
Exactly. Imagine a template that automatically generates unit tests for your code,
Wow.
ensuring its robustness and reliability, or a template that helps you document your functions with detailed explanations, making your code easier to understand and maintain. These templates, powered by MCP, can dramatically increase developer productivity and code quality.
It sounds like MCP is empowering developers to work smarter, not harder, freeing them from tedious tasks and allowing them to focus on the more creative and challenging aspects of software development. And let's not forget about Claude Desktop,
Yes.
the AI assistant developed by Anthropic, which has comprehensive MCP support baked right in.
Claude Desktop is a fantastic example of how MCP can be used to create truly versatile and powerful AI assistants.
Cool.
It allows you to connect to a wide range of servers, managing everything from your local files to external APIs,
Wow.
giving Claude access to a wealth of information and capabilities.
But it's not just about providing access to data. Claude Desktop also leverages MCP's tools, feature allowing the AI to execute actions based on your requests. It's that crucial step from understanding to acting.
Exactly.
Imagine you're working on a research project and need to extract key insights from a mountain of scientific papers.
Okay.
You could ask Claude to summarize the key findings from these papers, and with your approval, it could automatically generate a concise summary document complete with citations and references, saving you countless hours of manual effort.
It's like having a super-powered research assistant who can not only find the information you need, but also process and synthesize it into a usable format.
But again, and I can't stress this enough, this power is always under your control. You decide what data Claude can access,
Right.
which tools it can use, and you have the final say on any action it proposes.
It's that human-in-the-loop principle that's so central to MCP's philosophy.
Right.
It's not about replacing humans with AI.
Yeah.
It's about empowering humans with AI,
It's about collaboration.
creating a symbiotic relationship where both sides benefit.
As more developers and organizations embrace MCP, the potential applications seem limitless.
I agree.
I can imagine AI-powered design tools that seamlessly integrate with design assets, customer data, and even manufacturing processes.
Yeah.
Or educational platforms that personalize learning experiences based on each student's individual needs and learning style,
Right.
drawing on a wealth of educational resources through MCP.
It's an exciting time to be witnessing the birth of this technology. MCP is like a catalyst,
Okay.
sparking a wave of innovation that's just beginning to crest as the ecosystem around MCP continues to grow. We can expect to see a proliferation of creative and transformative applications that we can only begin to imagine.
As we wrap up our deep dive into the Model Context Protocol,
Yeah.
I think it's important to acknowledge the significance of what we're witnessing. This isn't just an incremental improvement, it's a fundamental shift in how we interact with AI.
Absolutely.
MCP is breaking down the barriers between the digital world and the real world,
Yeah.
allowing AI to become an active participant in our lives,
Right.
not just a passive observer.
It's about moving from a paradigm of AI as a tool to AI as a partner, a collaborator, an extension of our own capabilities. And as we embark on this journey, it's reassuring to know that MCP is being developed with a deep respect for human agency, security, and ethical considerations.
It's not about relinquishing control to AI. It's about empowering ourselves with AI, creating a future where humans and machines work together to solve complex problems, unlock new levels of creativity, and build a better world for everyone. And that's a future I'm incredibly excited to be a part of. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the Model Context Protocol. Until next time, keep exploring,